win.
Well, there's the Discord you can use right now, but we're going to get one that doesn't expire, so it stays on it.
This one. No.
No, you do that, and then you cheat. Yep, there you go.
And then
Infinite,
never.
yep.
Save.
And then copy link.
And then copy.
Boom.
And then.
And game 1 of Chavo versus Tekoa. It's another match in winners quarters here. We're going to continue on that trend. We got one more winners quarters match after this. It's me and Sice. And Chavo, of course, being one of our biggest threats here. But Tekoa continues to improve time and time again, and I'm always super impressed by what this kid can pull off. And I'm curious to see if he's able to do it here.
Yeah, Tekoa has a lot going on with their playstyle too. Very ambiguous on what they're trying to do. I feel like they got a lot of mix-ups. Might mess up Chavo here, but we're gonna have to see. Very consistent Finn in the MultiVersus like pros.
Yeah, he's I mean, this is one of those, like, the thing is with Chavo is that he doesn't necessarily like compete in as many other tournaments as some of the Finns out there, but when he does, he always places high. You know, he got I think it was 17th. Yeah, 17th at Make It Rain Dog. He was the highest placing Finn there. Of course, he has that 9th place at Evo, and he always does well here. Obviously, this is an offline bracket, but he's very consistent in what he could do, and now he's starting to grind a whole lot more. But this is a very close game to start here. In Tekoa, kind of keeping his damage pretty even.
Yeah, it's looking pretty close so far. Able to rack up enough damage. You have the fire damage going off when you get the up special. No cooldowns right now, though. Very low on resources for Rick. But he's doing a lot better at challenging Gem. I feel like that's the #1 thing you have to do versus a Finn.
Yeah, particularly against Chavo as well. Chavo is he's such a good user of like constantly using that mobility on Gem to mix things up. But Tekoa is playing such a good anti-approach game right now that it's actually kind of tripping up Chavo a little bit. That dare should be enough though as he catches him on the teleport.
Yeah, very there's very little you can do against that dare once you're at that higher percent. You're just gonna, if you get hit by it, you just lose your stock.
Yeah, you just kind of eat that. Like, there's pretty much not much you could do. But these the up attacks are such a good anti-air, and most of what Tekoa has been doing is trying to approach in with that up special as a combo starter. It is a big hitbox, so you usually get hit, but up attack also is a pretty solid hitbox too.
Yeah, I feel like at 146 though, the knockout should be coming soon. But
yeah.
Chavo, very defensive playstyle so far, able to kind of keep themselves very healthy. Just avoids all of that using Gem.
That was good retreat back to the platform too, because if he dodged in, he was out of resources. So if Tekoa just hit him, he was probably gone. And now for Tekoa, the one thing that can happen that's pretty rough against Chavo, and he's doing that more. I'll talk about that in a sec. But Chavo is very evasive when he wants to force a lead. And he's also been using that charge version of the second hit of Sarah more often. He did say he's using that as like a bait now, or like an air dodge punish. And it's been catching a lot of people out, like, with it lately.
Yeah, not a lot of coins in the bag, though. Up B not going to take that stock. But yeah, you definitely can see the adjustments. Side air going to take that stock. 110 is tough.
Yeah, I mean, he got the damage where he needed, and now everything's off attack decay too. So Tekoa is going to have a lot to work with. Of course, Rick, has the ability to just get those early spikes. Like, that's something that always looms. But now that looming factor is just a little bit more difficult because now he's behind a whole stock while he's only at 26.
Yeah, not a good position to be in. Tried to get the neutral air in order to get a spike there, but teleport from Rick is just going to save him. Ooh, yep. The rocket came back because of the angle, but not doing anything.
That would have been dangerous. Of course, that is the new bread and butter string off of that setup there. You go for the dare into falling dare to down attack, still pretty consistent damage. And Chavo is kind of just pushing advantage right now. It's like why not? Like, you build up the damage. It is getting racked up, but you already have... Actually, then again, he does only have him at 56. Like, the damage has been racking up pretty quick for Tekoa, too, as he almost gets him with the Sarah there.
Yeah, goes high, doesn't want to get hit by the down attack there, and trying to put Chavo into a bad position. Goes for a high recovery, but that is going to actually lose him the stock there. As Chavo punishes him just as he needs to.
It's like, oh, you silly child, you silly child. You really decided to challenge me there? What are you doing? But that was such a good punish, though, for Chavo. Tekoa tried to continue to push, try to build a lead, and it just kept disappearing as the match progresses. Once you start... Sweet child. No. But Chat just got me with that. But one of the things, of course, is that when you start to rush down Chavo too much, he's really good on reacting to that. and he will punish you for it. He'll look for the maximum punish at that. But I do like the fact that one thing that Chavo can get a little bit stubborn on sometimes is that he'll get a little bit too aggressive for his own good in some situations. It looks like he's taking that more into account of late, and I think that might come from the fact that he's been grinding so much more again online, and he might be like getting those habits out of his system.
Yeah, I think so too. A lot of the things that you have to deal with online do come from a lot of play styles that aren't refined until you're in a very high end. So you could get a lot of practice against like awkward like interactions that you might not know normally.
Yeah, also the Tyro with the off stage with Chavo. I'm in danger. Yeah, no, you're right. We've said it before. Chavo is like top 5 potentially scariest players in the world when you're off stage. And also being stuck apparently between Cromulon's speakers because his combos were going off.
Yeah, actually got hit there with the Sair though once the speaker did break. Even percent overall, but doesn't have anything to get back.
I think he got scared at the idea that Chavo might go for down attack, and Chavo never actually did it. He just kind of like movement scared him, and he just free fell. So now Chavo, 88 is not that big, but it's definitely with this low blast zone, you can find a spike pretty quickly.
Yeah, and you want to be careful of that too. Down attack is one of the best like moves in the game for like taking your stock super early on the stage. Outside of that is probably Jake and all of his kit.
Yeah, this is why you don't let Jake ever go here, ever. Between the knockouts off the top that you can still do and the lower blast zone plays. But the gem, of course, going to get him out of that situation. One of the few characters that can kind of comfortably get out of there because most of the time in that spot, Rick's walking away with that Sarah, the up special.
Yeah, exactly. You're put into a very bad spot. Goes for the missile, doesn't get anything there, uses both of the up Bs there.
That was a good stall by Chavo using the Nair to drift away from it too, because rather than just rushing in, he didn't burn a resource, he just used an attack to drift his way out of there.
He was charging up tilt there, trying to bait something out of Chavo, but just got smacked for 129 now. I mean, he's got a comfortable lead. That move, I feel like every time I see it, is like it looks like a Sparta kick, but it just does nothing.
That is finding its mark consistently, though. That's 2 times now where he's caught Tekoa in disguise off of that. Tekoa finally finds it, but much similar to that of Game 1, he's now behind a whole stock.
Yeah, it's very difficult once you're down a stock against Chavo, especially because of how defensive their playstyle can be. It's very difficult to, break that.
Yep. And right now, Chavo looking for that Nair starter into Dare. Tried to get it off the platform, which could have. I think he has a different combo he could do off that platform there. But Tekoa just needs to find something. And that's a big combo starter, but Chavo knowing full well that Sair afterwards isn't real, so he just immediately boxed out with the Nair.
Yeah, able to challenge that. Nair, very fast move, combos into a lot. Very good in this matchup. Punishes the gem teleport. I mean, if anything, even if he didn't teleport, it was going to get broken by the laser anywhere, so good option coverage.
Yep, and the damage is starting to rack up a bit here for Chavo. He's put up to 92, but if you get hit by one of those up airs, another one of those up specials again, he's been able to get a couple early ones in that position, and Tekoa cannot afford to make that mistake again.
I feel like Tekoa is starting to find some answers to Chavo's approach again, and dodging those side airs are pivotal too. Because of the tracking on it, it can be very difficult, but doing a good job so far.
Yeah, now he's starting to use the slap, which does have actually a reflector on it. It's easy to forget that sometimes because you see it so minimal, but it can push some of those back at him, and he's got to be careful about how he decides to zone now because with the stock up, Chavo could afford to just keep doing some reckless behavior like that, but that should be I was going to say, whether it be a down attack or a dare, it doesn't matter. He's going to use too many resources, accidentally drifted too far away with the Meeseeks on the float, and just wasn't able to recover. Come on, I wasn't even next to the camera that time, man. Come on. I ordered a new one, by the way. So hopefully this will stop doing that. But yeah, I think it's more so just how close we are. But that was a good job from Tekoa in terms of like how much better he was looking. It's just that Chavo with the lead is like, I don't care about any of what you have to do full screen. I'm just not going to respect it.
Yeah, there's a lot of time. Like there was even one set where I played against Chavo and they were so far up against me that I just SD'd on purpose in order to go to the next game because
I remember
it's so hard to break his defense when he's like that because he just doesn't care.
True enough, Chavo destroyed a challenge stream. Bro, look, okay, all right, look.